Yeah, the recording has started, and let me share my screen with you. Yeah.
ସାର୍ କହିଲେ ପାଠ କିଛି ନାହିଁ
Please mute yourself.
କେମିତି କରିବ?
Who is this guy? Aditya Shekhar, please mute yourself. Don't unmute yourself unless you want to ask question. Okay. Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. So, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. So let me first recapitulate what we did last time, and then you can ask your question. Okay. So what we did last time is we were discussing special relativity. Okay. So in that is special relativity, we postulate. Okay. So we postulate two things. One postulate was that the laws of motion remain the same in all inertial frame, and the second postulate was that the speed of light is constant in all inertial frame. So this second postulate was added by Einstein. Okay. Then why we need it? Why we need this postulate? Why we needed this postulate? It was because the Galilean transformation didn't respect the experimental result that the speed of light is same in all frames. Okay. So in order to in order to make a connection with the experiment, Einstein proposed this second postulate. Okay. So then since the Galilean transformation was wrong between the moving coordinate and the rest coordinate, okay, there are still some students who have not muted themselves. I don't know why it is so hard. Okay, so since the Galilean transformation between the moving coordinate and the rest coordinate were wrong, we try to find a correct coordinate transformation between the moving coordinate and the rest coordinate such that the speed of light remains same in all coordinate system. Okay, so we imagine a situation. Okay, so we consider 4 people: you, Bob, Alice, and Donald. Okay, so you are at rest, and Bob, Alice, and Donald, they are moving with velocity v with respect to you. Okay, you are at rest, Bob, Alice, and Donald all are moving with velocity v with respect to you. Okay, then we also assume that the Bob, Alice, and Donald, they are at rest with respect to each other. Okay, they are moving with respect to you, but with respect to themselves, they are at rest. And we assume that the Alice is at equal distance away from both Bob and Donald. Okay, so this situation was in this graph. So we have x is equal to Vt, which is Bob, then Alice is x is equal to Vt plus 1, and then Donald is x is equal to Vt plus 2. Okay, and then
sir, I have a doubt.
Oh yeah, I'll come to that. I'll just let me just first recapitulate what we did. Okay, I'll come to that. Just hang on.
Okay, sir.
I'll come to your question. So then so as you see that at t is equal to constant line, t is equal to 0 constant line. So on the x-axis, t is 0. Okay, so that t is equal to 0 constant line describe events that are simultaneous. Okay, that are simultaneous in your frame. Okay, so we wanted to find similar line, that is t prime is equal to 0 line, for which the events are simultaneous in the moving frame. Okay, and we found that line. Okay, we found the equation that t prime is equal to 0 line is given by t is equal to vx by c square. Okay, so how did we find it? We said let Bob send a signal to Alice and let Donald send a signal to Alice. Okay, if these two signals arrive to Alice at the same time, then the Alice will say that the Bob and the Donald send the signal at the same time. Okay, so then Alice will say the Bob and the Donald, the point from where the Donald sent the signal and the point from where Bob sent the signal, these 2 points are synchronized. So these 2 points represent, okay, in particular these 2 points, this black dot here and this black dot here, they represent t is equal to 0, t prime is equal to 0 line. Okay, we found that t prime is equal to 0 line, that is t is equal to vx by c square. Okay, so then
Sir,
yeah,
sir, here that you said that the signal reaches Alice at the same time. Sir, I
Yeah.
just want to know here same time means if Bob send the signal means at 8 p.m. and Donald send the signal at 8:15 and
no,
both the signal
no,
reach
it will
at
not reach.
8:30.
No, it cannot be. For Bob, it cannot
So
be.
here
For Alice,
same
it cannot be.
same
wait.
time means
Same
They are
time means
moving at the same
Alice will say that the Bob and the Donald have sent a signal at 8 a.m. Okay, so let me clarify the confusion. The confusion is you have two axes. One is t and x, so that is u. Okay, that is u. Now we have the moving frame, which is t prime and x prime. Okay, so let's say in that t prime and x prime, you have Bob here. Alice here. And we have Donald here. Okay, so in that t prime x prime, Alice is always okay because Bob, Alice, and Donald are at rest with respect to each other, and the Bob and Alice are at equal distance from Bob and Donald are at equal distance from Alice. So the light signal that reach from Bob to Alice and the right signal that reach from Donald to Alice can be reached at the same time only when they send the signal at the same time. Okay, now what we are doing is we are projecting this t and x prime into t and x prime into this t and x prime into this t and an x. Okay, so that's why the graph looks like this graph. Okay, so that's why these lines are tilted. Why these lines are tilted? Because you are projecting your t prime and x prime axis into the t and x axis. Okay, so that's why one student yesterday asked me that the signal of the Donald should start from the origin, means this signal. No, why not? Because this axis, okay, because this the t prime and x prime axis are not the same as in t and x axis. Okay, because the coordinate of x prime and t primes are changing with respect to u. So if you plot t prime and x prime with in your graph, they will look tilted. Okay, so that's why this is started from the black dot, this black dot. Okay,
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if Donald and Bob send the signal at 8 p.m. at the same time, for me also the time should be 8 p.m.
No. It will be different. No, for you, okay, they send the signal at the same time. Okay, but they may not reach at the same time in Bob's frame, in Alice frame. Did I understand your question correctly?
No, sir. You are saying that the Bob and Donald should the project the signal at the same time.
With respect to whom? With respect to Alice.
Alice.
Not with respect to you.
So, sir, time can be. How can time can be different for me and the?
Yes, that's the whole point. That time has to be different. Okay, the time for you, how the time runs for you. Please mute yourself. How the time runs for you and how the time run for Alice will be different. Okay, so that's the whole idea of relativity.
Excuse me, sir.
You are still, just a minute, you are still thinking about in the Newtonian frame where t prime is t. Okay, so that is not the case in general. Okay, so how your clock will run, just a minute,
Yes.
how your clock will run will be different how you see a moving clock will run. Okay, so that's the essence of special relativity. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir, but I am thinking that the time should be constant for all of us.
No,
if
no.
it is 8
it will be constant. Sorry, it will be constant only when you and me are at rest with respect to each other. okay, then the clock will tick simultaneously for us. So if something happened in 1 second, the same thing happened in 1 second. If your the what you call this, the needles of your clock tick 1 second, it will tick 1 second in my frame as well. But if I'm moving with respect to velocity v, then it will not be the case. Okay, so the ticking of the clock different in different frame if the frames are moving. That we will
Excuse me.
see. Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat what you meant by the light will reach at the same time?
So you see this graph. Just look at this graph. The right hand side one graph. Okay. So now I'm analyzing with respect to Alice. Okay. So Alice is at rest with respect to Bob and Donald. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alice said to Bob, okay, send a light to me at a particular time. Then she said to Donald, send a light to me at a particular time. Okay. Now, if these two signal from Bob and Alice, they reach Bob and Donald, they reach Alice at the same time, then Alice will say that the clock of B and Bob and Donald are synchronized. They have sent the signal at the same time. Am I right? Because they are
Yes,
at
sir.
equal distance and light travel with a constant velocity, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's the point of that the signal reached to Alice at the same time. In the Alice frame, not your frame. You are at rest in the Alice frame. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So here, if we see the graph in which you have drawn both the frames, sir, the moving frame and the rest frame. So, sir, if we see that, if we say that in this graph, like the lines you have drawn from in the blue color, sir, from Bob to point A and from B to point, sir. So that, so for that thing, the time is same or the time is different for those two
Time
lines?
is same. For time is same. That's why this is t prime is equal to 0. This is not t is equal to 0, right? That's
Yes.
why this is t prime is equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
That's
So,
what
so
one
if
student.
so if
Okay,
you have,
let me interrupt you.
yes,
So
sir,
actually in the Alice frame, this line, okay, this line, this parallel line that I have drawn, right? Okay, the length of this line and the length of this line is same. In your frame, these two lengths are not same. Okay, these two distances are not same. From Bob to A and from B to A, that two distance are not same in your frame. Obviously, they are not same in your frame. You can just see it, but they are same in Alice frame.
Sir.
Is this clear now?
Sir, can I
Yeah.
ask something?
sir.
I think one girl is asking a question from quite a long. Yeah, please go ahead. I'll take every question
sir,
one by one. Yeah.
Sir, then how did you guess that point B? Because that day you said that that point cannot be somewhere up. It should be there only.
Yeah. So then there we have to be a bit smart, right? Because we said, okay, let's take light moving in a 45 direction. Okay. So if the light has to move in positive x-axis, the 45 direction would be something like this. And if the light is moving in the negative x-axis, the 45 direction will be like this. So if you start from here, some point here, okay, so if you start from some point here, the 45-degree line from here is this. So this will obviously miss the point A. So there, so that was the guess that we guessed it. Okay, if we set it from this point, B point, it will reach A. If we start from here, okay, at 45 degree from this point, obviously the 45-degree line is here. So this will miss the point A. Okay, so no line. So what that means is no line, no point. So this point, this point, this point. If you send a light from 40, if you send a light, it will not reach the point A. So that's the idea.
Sir, can I ask something?
Yeah. Please.
Sir, when we are moving with the speed of light, the time gets freezed up.
Yes. The answer to your question is yes. Okay, but how it freezes, we will see. The time freeze down. Please mute yourself. After asking question, please mute yourself.
Ask something.
Just a minute. Please mute yourself. Please.
from static time.
Please, one by one, please mute yourself. Okay, once you have asked question, please mute yourself. It's very difficult for me to listen and correctly listen and answer. Yes, please go ahead now.
Sir, according to the graph,
Yeah.
x equal to Vt and x equal to Vt plus 1 and x equal to Vt plus 2 all are same slope.
All are same slope, yes.
But
They have to be, right? Just
yes,
a minute.
sir. But
They have to be. Why it have to be? Can you answer me?
sir,
Because we
they are
started with that assumption.
yes, sir. As they are in same velocity and
Yeah.
they are raised to each other and
Yeah.
and as you say, the Bob send a light signal x equal to CT line, as you say. But if we study the graph, then x equal to CT is less than for the slope of x equal to CT is less than x equal to BT, which is
That's
not
what I'm
possible.
saying. No. That's what x is equal to CT and x is equal to.
For the line x equal to CT, the slope is C, and x equal to BT, the slope is V, and
Oh, you just see.
from the
Just wait. Wait. You see, on the y-axis I have a t, and on the x-axis I have an x. It's the other way around. Okay. So usually you plot x on the y-axis and t on the x-axis. Is this clear now?
Sir, please repeat again.
On the y-axis I have a t. Okay,
Yes,
and on the x-axis we have a
okay, sir.
x.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So the
Okay, sir.
slope is
Okay, sir.
reverse. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
So let me
want to
proceed.
ask
Okay, go ahead.
in the last just
One
a
question,
doubt.
one last question, and then I'll
Yes,
take the
sir.
question. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, you have written x dash is directly proportional to x minus Vt
Yeah.
implies that f of v whole into x minus Vt. Sir, how can you know that the function will be of v?
Which function? Yeah, that was, I asked you to figure it out. Why it should
Yes,
be a
sir,
function
I
of v.
thought about it, but I didn't get it.
Okay, and then thought about for a few more days. Okay, and then you can ask me.
Okay, sir.
It cannot be you just figure it out why it cannot be a function of x and t. Okay, so let's start from equation 1 and 2. Okay.
Sir, one quick question.
Yeah.
So just a short time.
No,
Sir, in this
I am just wait. I am happy to take your question, but you have to realize that the class starts from 2:15 and it's already 2:30. So 15 minutes are gone. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, in the T prime and X prime graph, it is in the frame of LS. Sir, shouldn't LS be at the origin?
So you put it at the origin. What's the point? Okay, let's take that's the origin. So, but it will not change. It will not change the fact that the Bob and according to Bob and Alice, according to Alice, Bob and Donald are at rest with respect to her. So that is the important thing. Okay. Please mute yourself. So now start. So we have equation number 1 and equation number 2. So how do we find f and g and the relation between f and g? So for this, we can use the second postulate of light. Please mute yourself. Second postulate of light. Okay. So what was the second postulate of light? That the velocity of light remains same in all coordinate system. So that means x is equal to ct in your coordinate system will be same as x prime is equal to ct prime, right? Okay. If that is the case, let's solve equation 1 and 2. What is x prime? X prime is f of v into x minus vt. Okay. Now substitute f of v. Let me put square bracket. What is x? X is equal to ct. This is minus vt. Okay. So this is basically f of v into t into c minus v. Okay. Now let us calculate t prime. So t prime is g of v into t minus vx by c square. So let's substitute x here. So this is g of v into t minus v by c square into x. X is just ct. So 1c and 1c cancel out. So we get g of v into t minus vt by c. And this I can write as g of v, okay, t by c into c minus v. So what do we get? Now you use x prime is equal to c t prime. So that implies that f of v t c minus v is equal to c g of v into t by c into c minus v. So now you see that everything cancels out. T to t here, c minus v to c minus here. And what you get? You get f of v is equal to g of v. Okay. So that means this coefficient of x prime that appears in x prime and t prime are same. Okay. So what we have, let me write it down. So we have x prime is equal to f of v into x minus vt. Oops. Vt, and we have t prime is equal to also f of v, then t minus vx by c square. Okay, so this is the relation. Now the only thing we have to find out is f of v. For here we can use our not imagination but the first law of the first postulate of relativity. You can say, okay, you at rest and someone is moving is an equivalent description. As if there is an equivalent description, it is equally probable that the other one is at rest and you are at moving. Okay, so this description that you at rest and this guy moving with velocity v is equivalent to this guy at rest, but you are moving in the negative x-axis with velocity v or minus v. Am I right? If you are at train, if you stand on a railway track, if you are at railway track and the train is passing by and there is nothing else, then you will see you cannot distinguish whether you are at rest or the rail is moving, or the rail is moving, or the rail is at rest, or you are moving in the opposite direction. They are both equal. Okay, so if these two descriptions are same, then we can just re-invert this formula. So from the point of view, we can play the same game here that we played with Bob, Alice and Donald. So from the Alice point of view, she will say, no, your coordinates are changing, and the coordinates, the way it was changing is like this. So x is equal to x prime plus v t prime into f of v, and t is equal to t prime plus v x prime by c square f of v. Am I right? I just have to replace v by minus v. So here in this equation, if you know the coordinates of x and t, you can get the coordinate of x prime and t prime. Okay, but if I know the coordinates of x prime and t prime, I can also know the coordinate of x and t. What do I have to do? I have to just replace v by minus v. In one frame, v is positive and it's going in the positive x-axis. It is going in the positive x-axis. In another frame, v is going in the negative x-axis. Okay, so these are the coordinates. So let's call this as equation 3. Oops. Equation 3, and these as equation 4. Now what we have to do? We have to make sure that these equations are compatible. So R equation 3 and 4 compatible. Okay, so if we put that compatibility condition where they have to be compatible, then we can find the form of V. Okay, so let's check. So what is the form? X is equal to, let's find x is equal to x prime plus v t prime into f of v. So let's substitute the expression of x prime. What is x prime in terms of x? It is just x minus vt into f of v plus v. What is t prime? T prime is just t minus vx by c square f of v and whole multiply by f of v. So let's simplify this. So this is x f of v minus vt f of v plus vt f of v minus v square x by c square and a whole multiplied by f of v. Now the first term and the second term and the third term cancels out. So what do we have? We have x is equal to x f of v minus v square x by c square. So there would be f of v as well, f of v into f of v. Now you can cancel x from both sides. What do you get? 1 is equal to f of v minus f of v square by c square. This you can simplify and you get 1 is equal to f of v into 1 minus v square by c square. So that implies f of v is equal to 1 divided by square root 1 minus v square by c square. Okay, and sometimes this called as gamma.
Sir, you missed a power 2 in the second last step.
Yeah, so
F
y
of v
square.
power square.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I missed power 2 somewhere. Yes, thank you. So we get f of v. So here it is. So we found the expression of f of v as well. Okay, so what do we get? We get x prime is equal to f of v into t minus vx by c square, and which means 1 upon 1 minus v square by c square into, oops, I made a mistake. This should be x minus vt into x minus vt. Okay, and similarly we have t prime is equal to f of v into t minus vx by c square. So that is 1 upon square root 1 minus v square by c square, then t minus vx by c square. Okay, this transformation is called Lorentz transformation. This, what is happening? These transformations or formations are called Lorentz. Who derived it first? Lorentz transformations. Okay, let me also add the y prime and z prime. The y prime will remain y and the z prime will remain z. Okay, so the interesting things happen only in the direction of motion. Okay, the perpendicular direction will not be affected. Okay, so these transformations are called Lorentz transformations. Okay, and now you can see somebody asked me, somebody asked just now how it can be, how my clock will run differently from your clock. I'm moving. Okay, all this length contraction, time dilation, everything that you will see are a side effect of this Lorentz transformations. Okay, now you notice one thing. Okay, this Lorentz transformation, let me first write it out. It's happening something. The Lorentz transformations make sure that the speed of light remains the same in all inertial frame. Okay, that we will see. But actually there is nothing to see. You can just see that we derive this expression that f of v is same as g of v by assuming that the speed of light is same in all directions, right? So it has to be same. The Lorentz transformation has to respect that property, that the speed of light is same in all reference frames. And now you can see why Newton, Galileo, and all these big people could not find this Lorentz transformation. Okay, for them, you see, in ordinary life, in ordinary conditions, in physical situation, in most physical situations, my pen is okay. My most physical situations, this v is very, very less than c. Am I right? A bus travels with a speed of 100 km. A car has traveled with a speed of 200 km per hour. Even a satellite travels with a speed of 25,000 km per hour. That is very, very, very small than the velocity of light. If that is the case, then Lorentz transformation, then you can see, then Lorentz transformation reduces to the Galilean transformation. How? Let's see. What is Lorentz transformation? My x prime is 1 upon square root 1 minus v square by c square into x minus vt. V by c, v is less
Sir,
than
you're
c.
not audible, sir.
Am I audible to others?
Audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. If it is
Yeah.
not
Audible,
audible,
sir.
then good. If I'm not audible to someone,
Sir, you're not
then
audible, sir, to us.
yes, okay, it's fine. But what you can do is this video will be uploaded later on. Okay, so you will have the access to all whatever I'm saying in that video. So don't worry about it. So let me go ahead. So if v by c is less than 1, that means we can neglect this v square by c square is nearly approach to 0, right? So if that is the case, then I can neglect this 1 minus v square by c square is roughly equal to 1. So if that is the case, then x prime is just x minus vt. And this is exactly what Galileo told us. This is the Galilean transformation, right? X prime is equal to x minus vt that we discussed in the second class. Now analyze the time axis. T prime is 1 upon 1 minus v square by c square into t minus vx by c square. Again, because in daily life, v is much smaller than c. This implies that v by x square is 0, near to 0, and 1 minus v square and c square is also near to 1. So that also implies that your t prime is same as t. Okay, so you see that when in daily life, when the velocity of an object are much smaller than the velocity of light, the Lorentz transformation goes back to the Galilean transformation. Okay, so what this old big scientists, this Newton and the Galileo, they didn't recognize that when you go to a faster and faster velocity, when you approach to the velocity of light, things will be different. Okay, so this is what Einstein found out. So this Lorentz transformation, just a minute, they reduces to the ordinary transformation that we are used to, that time is same for you and me. okay, that the space coordinates are same for you and me, they get changed, they get replaced. Okay, so the correct derivation, the correct transformation is the Lorentz transformation. Okay, it reduces to the Galilean transformation in the limit when V is much smaller than C. Okay, so that was the reason why I mentioned in the first class that the Newtonian mechanics, okay, or kinematics are actually an approximation to special relativity. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Sir, may I have a doubt?
Yeah.
Sir, sir, the speed of light, if I am a non-inertial frame, then also will be the same as the as for an inertial frame.
No, no. I'm not talking about non-inertial frame. I will not talk about non-inertial frame at all. Okay. The answer to your question is no, but I will not talk about non-inertial frame at all. Okay. So in order to discuss non-inertial frame, when you discuss non-inertial, you have to go to that will corresponds to gravity. Okay. So acceleration and gravity are in some sense are equal. Okay. So when you discuss non-inertial frame, you are bound to discuss gravity. Okay, so that we will not do here. Is this clear what I said? So everything
Sir,
here is only for inertial frame.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
we cannot apply this to non-inertial frame. That is, yeah, you should keep in mind. Special relativity is only for inertial frame. When you discuss non-inertial frame, you have to discuss general relativity, not special relativity. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, if I am moving with any speed, then I will be non-inertial frame E. No.
And not any speed. You have to consider a speed which are moving with constant velocity.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
No,
sir,
you are yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, if I am moving with any speed, then I will be inertial frame, and if I will if I am moving with any acceleration, then I will not non-inertial frame.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I have that doubt. So, thank you, sir.
Okay. So you see, there are two things. What velocity we are talking about? We are talking about just the inertial. What frames we are talking about? We are just talking about inertial frame. Suppose this is U. This is U, T and X. Okay. In that frame, you throw a ball. Obviously, the ball will accelerate and then deaccelerate. This is your ball. You throw it. What is happening here? Yeah. So this is your ball. You throw it. Now the velocity of this ball is U. It can be anything. It can be accelerated. Can be anything. That's not an issue. That ball may or may not have a constant velocity. That's one thing. But now I want to analyze this situation, the same ball, with respect to my frame. This is T prime and this is X prime. But I am moving with velocity V with respect to U. Okay, so that is the important thing, that the frame velocity is constant. The frame velocity is constant, not the velocity of an object. Object here is ball. You are analyzing, I'm analyzing. The physics you analyze and the physics I analyze will remain the same unless and until if we are moving with constant velocity. Okay, is this clear now?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, good. Any other question?
Sir, I have a question. Sir, what is the meaning of gamma?
So gamma is so gamma we defined as as 1 upon square root 1 minus v square by c square. Okay, so it's actually a parameter which describe how the Galilean transformation are differ from the Lorentz transformation. What is happening? I don't know. Okay, v square by c square. Okay, so you can see if in all cases v are less than equal to c, okay, so then what would be the value of gamma?
1, sir. 1.
1, sir.
less than equal to c. It will be greater than equal to 1.
It will be infinity. If it is equals to 1, then it will be infinity.
Yeah, it will be greater than equal to 1. If v is 0, then gamma is 1. Okay, that means if let's say two bodies are not moving, two frames are not moving, then the velocity is 0. If the velocity is 0, then you can just see x prime is just x and t prime is just t, which is same. Okay, from our daily day experience, we know that from Newton mechanics, we know that x prime will be x and t prime will be t if the two frames are not moving, right? On the other hand, if v increases and it approaches near to the velocity of light, then interesting things happens. Why interesting things happen? Because x prime will not be same as x and t prime will not be same as t. Okay, and the two things that we will discuss, maybe we'll discuss now is not the right time, that we will discuss is called length contraction and time dilation. Okay, so these are the two things that we'll discuss later on, because I may not be able to finish it today. Let me see. Yeah, we may not be able to finish today, so yeah, if you have any question, then ask.
What should I
yeah.
do with
Sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Please mute yourself.
Hello?
Please mute yourself. We can't hear you. It's too noisy. Yeah, it's too noisy. Please mute yourself. Yeah.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, now you are audible. Yes.
Sir, can you suggest some video we can watch video?
We cannot. I cannot hear you. So you are talking about video? Yeah, the video will be uploaded here. Okay, and the video will be uploaded.
No. Sir, I am saying some video and
I can't hear you.
Before you teach. Okay, sir.
I can't hear you. No, the content is you can read books, but the video, I don't know how many videos are there. You can Google it. Okay. So I'm guessing. So one thing I want to tell you. Okay, you have to come out of this coaching system education. Okay, here the faculties will not provide you videos and all. Okay, कि आपको content मिल रहा है and everything. That's not how things work in academia. That's how not things work in higher education. Okay, so you have to find solution of your own. We cannot provide you one book that will be applicable throughout your graduation. That's not the case. You have to learn different content from different book, and then you have to question those books. Okay, that's the part of your training. You have to question, and you have to question the books as well. Whatever is written, the video, whatever video you watch, whether he or she is saying correct, you have to question them. Okay, so yeah, Shift Iku, you have a question? Please mute yourself. There are many people. Abhishek Kumar Pradhan, please mute yourself. Otherwise, I have to mute you. If you don't have a question, please mute yourself. So there are 3 questions. So let me take the question of Shiv. Yeah, please go ahead, Shiv.
I had a doubt.
Yeah. Abhishek Kumar Pradhan, please mute yourself. If you don't have a question, then if you have a question, then it's a different story. Otherwise, please mute yourself. Yeah, Shiv.
I was just unable to understand that how are the distances equal in Alice's frame but not in our frame?
Not in your frame?
As in, you told us earlier that the distances
Yeah, no,
between.
no. So what I am doing is we are projecting. Okay, because of this projection, so is this t prime and x prime. Okay, so we are projecting the t prime and x prime axis into t and x. So that's why this lines looks tilted.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, why should you consider the t dash equal to 0 line in joining of origin and B?
This is one line which is where t prime is constant. I'm calling that line. Well, I'm calling that constant is equal to 0. Is this clear? All we know is that according to Alice, which is t prime, the signal from Bob and Donald originated at the same time and arrive at the same time. So I'm calling that as constant. So that's the same question. The question is, you have t axis here, x axis here. Okay, now you want this x axis, you take this x axis is equal to t is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. Why do you take t is equal to 0? You can take t is equal to 1 as well. What's the problem? You take t is equal to 2 as well. Instead of calling t is equal to 0, I can equally call it t is equal to 1. There is no issue. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
sir, can you please check the chat section? In there is an interesting question. One student have asked. Please check it.
Just a minute. Chat. Okay. Why did we treat light as not vice versa, and assume that the light and not assume the light which is speeding up? Why is the second postulate correct? Okay. So this is indeed a nice question. Well, this is a postulate. Okay, you postulate it and then you find from that postulate what are the results. Okay, what are the results of that postulate? If the results of that postulate are correct and agree with experiment, then you say that the postulates are correct. Okay, it's again a postulate. It's not an experimental fact. Okay, though we do found that till now that the velocity of light remains the same in all reference frame, that is the Michelson-Morley experiment, and that the velocity of light is the ultimate limit. Okay, nothing moves faster than the velocity of light. So these two are postulate, but still we haven't found. So you cannot prove these two from any first principle. It's like F is equal to ma, the relation F is equal to ma, the Newton's second law of motion. You cannot prove it. You cannot prove it from any first principle. It is, you understand it, you assume it, it's a postulate. Then you test the result of that postulates, whether those tests agree with experimental results or not. If they agree, then you are fine. You say, okay, that postulate makes sense. If they don't agree, then we have to change the postulate. Okay, so if someday any day you were able to find out, okay, speed of you will become great scientist, and you will find out, oh no, the speed of light is not same. You do an experiment and you can prove it. Then the speed of light is not constant and it moves greater than there are some object which moves faster than the velocity of light. Then we have to change this postulate. Okay, and then that postulate will call your postulate. So Devraj will call it Devraj postulate. Instead of Einstein postulate, we'll call it Devraj postulate. But it's a postulate, and the results agree with this postulate. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
The question is, can the second postulate be wrong? As of now, I would be surprised if somebody can prove it wrong. Okay. I would be surprised that anybody will say that if it turn out to be wrong. I firmly believe that that it is a correct postulate. It may not be broken, but science is progressive. Interesting things happen from time to time. Okay, so maybe someday one genius among you can come up and show that, experimentally show that the speed of light can be broken and the second postulate can be wrong. Then it is possible. Okay, it is possible, but I don't think. So my opinion is that it is a correct postulate. Yeah. Okay, so there is another question from Abhishek Kumar Pradhan. How can we directly say that the speed of light remains the same from Lorentz transformation? Okay, so just wait, Abhishek. Using the Lorentz transformation, we will derive some properties, some velocity properties, velocity addition law. And from that velocity addition law, you will see that the velocity of light will remain same in all inertial frame. So just hang on for few more classes. Okay. Yeah. Any other question?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Okay. One by one. Okay. Let me see who is raising their hand. And yeah, nobody. Yeah. Swaroop.
Hello, sir. So while we were deriving those equations, we used terms as TA and TB, sir. What were those, sir?
T and TB. Oh, I see. Yeah. So you remember TA and TB are the coordinate of point A. The T coordinate and the X coordinate of point A. And TB and XV were the X and T coordinate of point B.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, if we change the R frame, so like we see it in the T prime and X prime, so those will also change, sir, right?
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. You're reminding for reminding me. Okay. So this is called. Okay. So this equation 5, which equation is 4? So this equation 5 is called Lorentz transformation. Okay. So here you are writing X prime and T prime in terms of X and T. There is also called inverse Lorentz transformation. Inverse Lorentz. Please mute yourself. Transformations. I'll take your question, but please mute yourself for a few minutes. Transformations. Can anyone tell me what would be the inverse Lorentz transformation where we represent X and T in terms of X prime and T prime? So what would be X?
Yes, sir, it's
V square by C square.
X.
Yes,
X prime. X plus VT.
X prime plus VT prime.
Yes, sir, V plus T.
VT.
Yes. Then T prime would be same 1 upon 1 minus V square
1
by
upon
C square.
1 minus V square by C square.
Oh, this is T. Yes, thank you. This is T.
By square by C square.
Plus V X prime by C square. Okay. And then
Yes,
we
sir.
have Y is equal to Y prime and Z is equal to
Z is equal to Z prime.
Okay. This is a Lorentz transformation of two objects, of two frame, in which one frame is moving in the x-axis. Okay. You can similarly find the Lorentz transformation when the object is moving in the y-axis. So if suppose the motion is along the y-axis, not in the x-axis. Okay. So in that case, what will happen? In that case, T prime would be gamma. The gamma will remain the same. 1 upon 1 minus V square by C square into T minus V now Y by C square. Okay. If the frames are moving in Y axis, if the frames are moving in Y axis, okay. Most of the time we'll deal with only X axis, but I'm just telling you what will happen if the motion is Y axis. So we just have to replace X by Y. Okay. Similarly, Y prime would be 1 upon 1 minus V square by C square. This would be Y minus what? Y minus V T. X prime will be X and Z prime will be Z. Okay. Yes, so this is equation 6 and this is called inverse Lorentz transformation.
Sir?
Just a minute. Inverse Lorentz transformation. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, are we going to read like the motion in 2 dimension or something, sir?
No, no, no. One dimension. One dimension.
So, are any of these things like practical, like they happen around us, sir?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'll give you many examples.
So, like
Right now you are.
dimension, sir, like we can say
Yeah.
like the light we receive, sir. So, sir, that
Uh-huh.
all are also in a plane,
Ah.
sir. Like they are not in a single
Yes,
direction.
yes. So now,
They are in a
yeah.
plane.
So this is, yeah. So we have done this for only for 2 dimension. One is t, one is x. You can find the analogous result when the light is moving in all with a const. Yeah. So light is right now moving in only in one direction. Oh, sorry. You are moving in only one frame is moving only in x direction. You can have a frame which is moving in all direction x, y, and z. Okay, so then that would be a 3-dimensional Lorentz transformation. So that we can do. Okay, that we can do. There is
So
not
the
a big
results
deal.
will be similar. Like it will
Yeah,
change.
similar. Yeah,
Like
it will
we wrote
change.
for x dash, x prime, so we'll write it for y prime and z prime in the similar way.
Yeah, similar way, but it will be more than that because that light, that frame will be making an angle theta or phi, some angle with respect
With
to
the
x, y,
axis.
and z axis, right?
Yes, sir.
So that angle will also appear.
Okay,
But
sir.
then we will break those into the components and we will form equations.
Yeah, so
For
if you
2D or
want that way, you can. Yeah, you can do. You can find and do everything. But in this class, we'll only restrict ourselves to one-dimensional. Okay, light is moving in only x or
So
y
we
or
have a
z.
class now. Shall we leave? Hello, sir.
Wants to ask question, they can. So let me see who else is want to ask question. Yeah. Yash.
Yes, sir. Earlier we said that x prime is proportional to x minus vt and t prime, that two relations.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt that how can we say that they are proportional? Means
So did you check this result? That if x is equal to vt,
yes, sir.
right? What is the position? What is the position of a moving frame, Bob, with respect to you?
X prime equals to 0.
X prime is 0, and that line is also x is equal to vt.
Yes, sir.
So when x is equal to vt, that means x prime is 0.
Yes, sir.
So then we just propose that when we have x is equal to vt, x prime is 0. What does it mean? It means that x prime is proportional to x minus vt. Can it be proportional to x minus vt square?
Yes, sir. Here maybe.
Maybe. There is something called dimensional analysis. Can it be
Oh,
possible?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It can only be linear.
Both side dimension
Yeah.
should be same.
Yeah, so it should be linear. It
Okay,
cannot be
okay, sir.
logarithmic or it cannot be exponential. Exponential cannot give you 0. That's another story, unless there is infinity involved. So it has to be
Yes.
proportional, linearly proportional.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good.
So shall we
Let me
leave?
see. Yeah, those who wants to leave can leave. If you have any question, they can you can ask. Okay, Utsav.
Okay, sir. So actually we have classes now.
Yeah. So let me remind you one thing. Just a minute. Just a minute. There will be a class at 1:15. I'll take a class tomorrow as well. Okay, 1:15. And don't miss it. You will learn many interesting stuff. Interesting stuff yesterday. Yeah.
Sir, attendance is taken.
Yeah, attendance is taken. It's
Sir.
being recorded.
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
so during for Lorentz transformation, we'll only be studying. We'll only be taking V is lesser than C for all cases.
V less than equal to C. Yes.
Yes, sir. For all every
the
time
formula.
we solve problems.
Yes. All the formula that we have derived are valid only in a situation when V is less than equal to C.
Okay.
You cannot take this formula when V is greater than or C.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what about
Sir,
is there
any class tomorrow? Sir, is there any class
Yes.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow there will be a class from 1:15.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
No.
Okay, good. Then thank you. We'll meet tomorrow at 1:15.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.